When it comes to presidential assassinations, I think most people would be able to identify, the assassination of Lincoln and Kennedy in that list of presidents who have been assassinated while in office. Two of the lesser knowns would be James Garfield and William McKinley. Well, here at the Gettysburg Museum of History, they have artifacts from the assassinations of all four of those presidents, including the second one, James Garfield.
Go over a few really unique assassination relics from President James Garfield. Garfield was the second American president that was assassinated. Of course, Lincoln was first, and Garfield was assassinated, or the actual shooting happened on July 2nd, 1881, and he lingered for a while and ended up passing away September 19th, 1881. And his assassination was a big deal, obviously, at the time. It's kind of, it's been eclipsed historically by Lincoln and Kennedy's assassination, I guess, because also right after, and a few years after, Garfield was assassinated, William McKinley was also assassinated. So there's been four assassinated U.S. presidents. When Garfield was assassinated, they caught the assassin. His name was Charles Guiteau, and he was arrested and later tried and then hung. So we're going to go over these artifacts. I'm just going to go through them, and the last one's going to be the most unique, I think. So what you see here is an autograph of President James Garfield. That's an ink signature of him. And then this is the assassin, Charles Guiteau, and you can see a CDV of him, photograph of him here, and of course there's James Garfield. In this framed display we have, there's a picture of an art rendering of him being shot right there, and so it happened at the PB&W station, Penn Railway, at 6th and...
Is that B Street?
B Street, yeah. So this is an actual piece of the tile floor where he was shot, and it was saved as a relic. People tended to take a lot of relics back then, assassination relics. There's a lot of relics of Lincoln. We've gone over some of those in the artifact series. Then after the funeral of James Garfield, or during the funeral, they had funeral service things. There was all kinds of mourning ribbons. This is a paper one. There's also cloth ones. So they made the funeral was a big deal, and there's lots of souvenirs made. This is a flower from the casket of President Garfield. And it came in a little box. The box is now gone, but they kept the lid, and there was a tag there, and it came with this coin. It's also like a memorial coin. After Guiteau was captured and tried, he was in jail for a while, and he ended up getting the death sentence, and he was hung, and the jailer saved some pieces of the rope. And there's a letter here giving it provenance, and it's from the warden's office, United States Jail. And there's 3 different size pieces of rope, and that is for the neck, the legs, and the hands. The neck rope had to be long because so it wouldn't break. The feet, they would bind the feet because it would go through a trap door mechanism in a gallows. You can see in this illustration here, and they would bind the feet so they wouldn't stick their foot out and try to break their fall. And then around their hands, they would use a rope, not handcuffs, because then the body would immediately be buried. So they would use this type of rope so they wouldn't try, and it was a softer kind of rope, and I believe the reason was so they wouldn't try to get out of it and cut their wrist all up and make a big spectacle during the public execution. It was a public execution. I think he had to have tickets to it actually, but there was a lot of people that witnessed it. Anyway, some very, very unique relics. We've had a few of these for a long time. I got the ropes more recently. Another collector who I knew had it, and he reached out to me, and we were able to obtain it for the museum. But real unique stuff. Assassination relics have always been fascinated to us. We have some from Lincoln, some from McKinley, some from Kennedy, and Garfield.